Hello, my name is Sandra, and welcome to my channel From Lack to Legacy. On this channel, we're all things money, investing, and mindset. In particular, how to go from a scarcity mindset to a mindset of abundance. If this sounds like something that you're interested in, please stay. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're catching this in the replay, welcome, welcome. Sorry you couldn't be here with us live, but you all know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, push a button, leave a comment, all that good stuff. Hey, T's treasures. I figured I'd come on just a few minutes before the opening bell, just so I could kind of say hi to everybody. I really hate that I can't interact with the chat as much as I want to. So, you all know my internet is still janky. It still is what it is. But at least my wireless hotspot is on the way. So help is on the way. We won't have to deal with this janky internet for forever. So, hey, Kathy. Hey, Rita. Hey, Chanel. Hey, Dixie. It's so good to see you all. Don't y'all know? I mean this. I promise you. I miss it when I'm not here with you all. Hey, Johnny. We haven't seen you in a while. Yes. Yeah, janky internet and all, it is what it is. So if it goes out, you all know, talk amongst yourselves, talk in the chat. I will be back. I promise you, I'll always be back. I feel like the mom that leaves her baby at daycare for the first time, and the baby is constantly checking the door to see if mama's gonna come back. I promise y'all, I'll always come back. Hey Shauna. So, this week a third of all companies listed on the S&P will be doing their earnings reports. So it's earnings season, which means that the stock market we're going to see some movement. We're going to see some action and stuff. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see. You can't see my watch list, but I'll pull my watch list up. So you all listen, this week in class, we're going to be talking about undervalued and overvalued stocks and ETFs, because I think we've identified some great ETFs to invest in, but are they bargains? If it's overvalued, if it's overpriced, I don't know. I don't give financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes. However, I don't ever want to overpay for anything. And so many things are trading at 52-week highs. So you all have some decisions to make. Do you want to jump in at a 52-week high? You want to wait for a pullback? Or I think I don't know. Maybe it's just better to be in the market and not out the market. I don't know. I'm making the same decisions that you guys are making. Yep, Fed day tomorrow too. It's going to be some volatility. You said it, Johnny. So it should be an exciting week for traders and an eventful week for long-term investors, because earnings reports will be coming out. I know Apple, Amazon, everybody, just check it out. And the Fed chair speaks on tomorrow. So let me just pull up. I promise you, I love the sound of that bell. I don't know what it is. That thing just does something to me. So let me peek over at my chart and I'll share with you guys what is on my watch list. So I have been dollar cost averaging. I tell y'all the truth. I pulled the trigger on everything that you see in my watch list is what I am dollar cost averaging into. And like, I really don't like individual stocks, because in class, we've been talking about ETFs and the benefit of long-term investing into ETFs. We understand that when you have an ETF, you got a bucket of stocks and it mitigates some of your risk. But, I'm hard-headed. I do have NVIDIA as a single stock. I do have Palantir and Target as individual, stocks. Y'all know I've been holding that dog of a stock Target for forever, waiting for it to recover. So that one I've had for a while. NVIDIA is new for me. But hey, I want to get in on some of the good too. But again, look, everybody's at a 52-week high. NVIDIA is currently trading at 628.49. That's a 52-week high. SCHD, yep, $77 is the last price. The 52-week high was $78. Although I will say this, Palantir is not trading at its 52-week high. It's Volunteers had a tough time getting above $20. And so the 52-week high is 21.85 and it's currently trading at $17. So I don't give advice. I can't tell y'all what to invest in. But if you are new to investing and you want to get with, I mean, the most supportive, the most loving, the most, I don't know, it's just such a great environment to be in every week. I look forward to it. So if you are not in the stock market, you should be. So what are you waiting for? Schedule a one-on-one so we can get you on board. Next week, we start this Wednesday, we wrap up our 4-week intro to the stock market class, and I start that class all over again. So if you missed it, you really didn't, because I'll start it all over again on February the 8th, and it runs for 4 consecutive weeks. And every time I do it again and again, I feel like the class gets better because I can take some things out and put some things in. So let me check in the chat and see what's happening. Hey, C Temp. Yep, we're off to the races, Kathy. There's a new Bitcoin ETF as well. I know, Johnny. What do you think about the Bitcoin ETF? I don't know. Y'all, I got some Bitcoin too. I forgot to tell you that. Hey, Terrence. Welcome. Hey, sister. Hey, Marilyn. I forgot, I do have Bitcoin too. So that's just full disclosure. And you guys know I do not give financial advice. And here's my word to you. You should not be taking anybody's advice blindly on the internet. I think what we do well at From Lack to Legacy is equip you with tools so that you can study on your own, that you can research on your own. I don't want anybody taking my word for anything. First of all, I have told y'all from the beginning, I started trading just over a year ago. So I am by no stretch of the imagination a master trader, but I understand the power of trading and investing. Everybody should be an investor. I don't care who you are, I don't care how old you are, it's never too late. I don't care how much money you think you don't have. We can help you get into the stock market with long-term investments, solid long-term investments. Hey, Edith. I miss y'all when we're not together. So let me hurry up and get this out the way because y'all know this janky thing might go out any minute. And if it continues to go out, I promise y'all I'm only going to be on here an hour because it just aggravates me when it pops out and it pops back in. So if you aren't investing, please become a part of our 1,000 Black Women Brokerage Account Challenge. That is a challenge that I have for this year to enroll 1,000 Black women into brokerage accounts. We want you in the market, and we have an easy strategy. We are doing research on all kinds of ETFs. I think it's an easy way for first timers to get into the market where you really don't have to do a lot of fundamental analysis. You don't have to try to figure out which company is, profitable and who's got the best CEO and how healthy the company is. When you can buy it all, you can just buy everything. And so I'll share with you guys what I have. I have VTI, VYM. I have two Vanguard. I have Schwab SCHD. And then I have those three individual stocks. So that's what I have. I wonder, did I put VYM on my list? Let me look and see. Let me see. Yeah. So you all see what I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 things that you see, that's what I'm holding. I'm holding Palantir. Schwab SCHD is an ETF that pays dividends. VYM is another ETF. I want to say it pays the dividend as well. Target is a dog. It pays a dividend though. VTI is a total market. So again, why choose one when you can have them all? And of course, NVIDIA is my baby. I've been watching NVIDIA run up. I don't even want to talk about it. If we had invested in NVIDIA, you guys, this time last year, NVIDIA was trading under $200. NVIDIA is over $600 a share. We're just not going to talk about missed opportunities. We're not going to discuss it. I'm just saying it's better to be in the market than out of the market. So if you are not and you want to, don't sit on the sidelines and let this money get past you. I'm trying to tell y'all something. And I'm not even talking about the trading part, because I think investing is for everybody, but trading, you got to have some skills. Not only do you have to have some skill, you have to be disciplined. It's just so much more that goes into trading. And I think trading is for grown folks. Trading is for grown folks with control and discipline, and people who are willing to study and put in the time. It's a little easier and a little less risky to get into the stock market with buy and holds. That's a little less risky, but inherently, all investments involve risk. So I don't want to shoot you in the sunshine. All investments involve risk. But when we're talking about our long term things, our long hold, I can show you. Let me show you. I just want to show you all what NVIDIA has done over the last year. Just hold tight so you can look at this because it blew my mind. And I was in the market. But you all know I was focusing on options trading. Will somebody please look at this? Let me just go to NVIDIA's. I'm going to go to the weekly chart just so that you can kind of see. I'm going to get this out the way and let me blow this up. So way back in, I don't know if you can see down at the bottom of my chart, but way back, and I'm trying to see it myself. This was 22, April 2021. Now you guys, 2021, 22, 23, 24. That wasn't that long ago. NVIDIA was actually trading around $113 on what day was that? March 22nd, 2021. Let's even just go to 2022. Let's just say you didn't get into the market till January 2022. It was trading at 200, under around 250. Everybody had money in 2022, 2020. That was not that long ago, you guys. So this is what I'm saying, the appreciation on it. I'm going to go all the way back to like inception. Let's go back to that. That is bananas. Can you see that? That is why I say if you've got some time, and we all do, look at NVIDIA just shooting up 630. Ooh, I'm glad I got me some. I'm glad I got me some. Anyway, at one time, it was trading for $36, $40, you all. And now it's up to $631. The only thing about that is it would be a long hold. It's something that you buy, you set it, and you forget it. Let's look at another one over the long term. Man, I hate looking at Target, but I'll look at it anyway. Target has just had some trouble. Look at that. At its height, it was $262 a share. It's down to 138. It's just going to be one of those things I have to hold on to until it recovers. However, back in, let's say, let's just go back to 2018. It was trading at $65. Let's say you bought it back in 2018 for $65. It still has appreciated. That's almost double. 6 and 6, 12. Yeah. So my case is this. You should be in the stock market. There are 22 million Black women in the US. Half of them are not engaged in the stock market. Lord, please don't let that be you. If you're here with me, there's no reason for you not to be in the stock market. Hey, Kayla Boo, how are you? I think Kayla and I connected over, where did we connect, Kayla? Was it at my boy's channel? You know my mind is gone. It's so good to see you. All right. So yes, let's get to work, ladies. We do not want to get left out of this movement. Y'all look at it. Let me pull up one more just to show you. Now, Palantir something is new, but let's look at Palantir, PLTR. And I want to look at it at its I promise you all, I'm always coming back. I'm coming back. I was trying to get to my phone so I could get in the chat with you all. So let me get in the chat. And that way, if I go off again, see you, Johnny. If I go off again, I can tell y'all I'm coming back. So I'm going to type it in. I'm coming back. So y'all will know. If I flick off of this screen, I don't know if I'm off. So Maryland has always been my eyeballs. Okay, so y'all can see if I'm coming back. Okay, cool. All right. So, all right. That's it, ladies. Let's get in here and look at some stuff. If there's something that bye, Johnny Bonnie, bye-bye. If there's something you all want me to look at, then drop it in the chat. Hey, no, it's not your internet. It's my janky internet. I am currently in Thailand and they've got great internet. Don't get me wrong. It is it's my place. It's where I am. Yeah, tea time girl, I got me some new glasses. My grandboy, y'all know, man, kids don't spare your feelings. They do not care. He was like, Nene, those are nice, but I should have went with you. I was like, what you trying to say, grandboy? What you trying to say? He said they're nice, but them grandma glasses. I'm so done. I am so done. If you all want me to look at something in particular, drop it in the chat and then I'll pull it up. But if not, then what I'm going to do is look at the ETFs that we'll be looking at in class this week. But before we do that, I wanted to thank you all too, because everybody is really participating in the questions on the community tab. So if you haven't been to the community, yeah, he said that in a very polite way. If you haven't been over to the From Lack to Legacy community tab, get over there, because each day I try to put a quiz question up that has to do with ETFs or investing in some way. And it's just a fun way for us to interact. I too get a chance to gauge like how well class is going. If if people are understanding, and I know there's some things I want to revisit. I want to revisit this one point and I'll revisit it. Hey, Lisa. First of all, let me tell you, you know what, Lisa? I'm going to do most of my internet is really bad. So I've got about, wait a minute, I've got about 45 more minutes. So I'll do mostly, I'm going to be looking at our ETFs and then we'll do some talk about options trading. Because the truth is, let me look and see what NVIDIA is doing. That would have been a sweet. Let me look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is doing her thing. Let me peek. Probably not. I don't know. It's so volatile. I don't see anything that's making me say, I don't know, Lisa. I don't know about the options trading today. But hey, Maya. So check back with us, sister. We'll be here. But I did want to talk about a couple things that were on the community tab that we talked about. And one of the questions was, what is the primary difference between an ETF and a mutual fund? And I want to say 65% of the people got it right. And it's that they trade differently. Yes, I'll look at Abbott for you. And that's the correct answer, is that they trade differently. ETFs you can trade throughout the day. You can purchase them and sell them all throughout the day, whereas a mutual fund, there's only one time a day that you can actually purchase. And I believe it's at the end of the day. So that's the primary way that they're different. Did you guys know we always talk about ETFs as being passively managed, but there are some ETFs that are actively managed. There are also some mutual funds that are passively managed and actively managed. Y'all go check it out on Investopedia. I pulled it up on Investopedia and it might have been, there was another source, but I cited two sources because of course I had to go do some research to make sure that, we're giving you great information. So the primary difference between an ETF and a mutual fund is the way that they trade. That's also true about an index fund too. It's the way that they trade. You can purchase ETFs throughout the day. You can buy and sell just like you do stocks, but index funds and mutual funds trade just a little differently. So I hope that clarifies some things for you guys. Okay, so Kathy, do you know the ticker for Abbott? Because I don't. I'll go ahead and put my chart back in and let's look at Abbott. Somebody drop the ticker for me in the, let me see, Abbott. AB. Okay, Abbott is ABT. Gotcha. Okay, so let's look at Abbott. Kathy, I'm just going to look back at it for like the long haul. I'm going to look back. You know, I like to start way back, y'all. I want to see what Abbott has been doing since inception because I just want to kind of get a feel for it. And then I pull in. No, I got it. Kathy, don't worry. And then I pull in closer. So I'll walk through the time frames. So let me get over here and let's look at Abbott from inception. You know, on your chart, you can customize these time frames here in this time frame setup. And so for me, I put the max because I always, I'm nosy. I want to see, like, back in the day, back in 90 or whatever year it was. It looks like it was 1985, sometime around that time when Abbott first became public, an IPO. Let's see, February of, I can't see the exact date. Looks like 85, sometime back in 1985. And it started trading at $5.58. I like to say that because I don't know about y'all. Let me think, at 85, 86. Well, certainly by 90, I was in, no, 91 was when I first became a teacher. So I definitely had some income back in 1991. Abbott was trading for $2. It was under $10. Let's just leave it at that. It was under $10. And today it is trading at $113 a share. At its peak, it traded at 139. So Abbott is not trading at a 52-week high. All of that is good to know. Well, no, wait a minute. It might be. Wait a minute. No. Let me slow down. I'm going to put it on my chart. ABT. Hold on. Let me make sure I got that right. Where's ABT? Well, it's close to the 52-week high. The 52-week high is 115.83. So around 116, and it's trading at 113. So y'all better check my math. It's not quite at the 52-week high, but it's right there. It is right there. Let's see. That's it on the monthly. Let's look at it on the weekly chart, just so that we can kind of see what's happening. Okay, so yeah, Abbott's been on the move. Oh yeah, that was a nice little. So back, let me move this out the way. Back in October of 2023, you could have got Abbott for $90. And it just went on a nice little uptrend, nice little swing, all the way up to, at its height, it got up to like 150. Oh yeah, 115.83. So from 90, that would have been a nice move had you, been in on it. Abbott wasn't on my radar. But you can see from these candles, this is our weekly chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11 weeks of, price going up. That's 3 months. Not a bad move. Somebody could have made some money on Abbott. So I'm going to pull in even closer. That's my weekly chart. I'm going to pull in on the hourly chart. So those bigger time frames you would use for your long-term investments. You want to look at the long range picture. But as I start to pull into these smaller time frames, like the hour, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, those are time frames that you would use for trading. So let's see what Abbott is doing today. Okay. So looks like this first, that's the hour. I'm going to pull in even closer. I'll do 15 minutes and see. Well, that was a nice, nasty red candle. I mean, not nasty because if you're trading options, you can make money if the price goes up or if the price goes down. So here's some things that I would look at as a trader. And these, I'm always I use indicators. I know traders that don't use any indicators. Add ticker symbol to when referring to a specific stock. Yeah, please do. And Marilyn, if you could post the question up, Can you post their question up across the front? That'll help me see it too, because I've got my phone right here. So if you can post that question, that'll be helpful too. I'm going to prop my phone up so I can see if a question comes up. But if I were trading, Abbott, and you all know, I say this all the time, you should not be trading real money, number one, if you haven't studied your chart, if you haven't plotted support and resistance, if you don't have any reference, don't chase a trade, don't go doing what somebody else told you to do. That's not very wise. So I absolutely have not been trading because I've been focused on the investing part. And you all know when the internet is bad, nobody wants to be in a trade when your internet is janky. Because trading, you need to be able to get in. It's laser focused. You need to be able to get in, you need to be able to get out. And I would be so mad, man, if I got in a trade and this thing did whatever it does. I would not be happy. Okay, Kathy says, yes, it was supposedly doing well during the big C. Well, let's look back at it. We can do that, Kathy. So I'm going to put it on the weekly chart. And let's look back, because when was the big C, y'all? No, let me do it on the monthly chart so I can get the 20 years in. So the big C happened in 2020. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, from 2020, it bounced right off of this 50-day at $61 in March of 2020. And then it marched right on up to, by 2022, it was up to $141 a share. So yeah, it gave a little bit of that back, but looks like it might be on the rise again. Okay. So let me see what Marilyn is saying. It says, okay, can you talk about how traders may want to pause during earnings? Okay, Kathy, add a ticker symbol, says, do I count as one of the 1,000? Absolutely. Are you kidding me? We're taking all wins. Anybody who wasn't in the market and you're in the market now and you're affiliated with us and you weren't in the market before, but you've gotten into the market, you bought an ETF. Absolutely. I'm counting all those heads, Kathy. Yes, ma'am. And somebody said, what about during earnings? I just think anytime there's a FMOC meeting, anytime there's earnings, you can expect volatility. And volatility can work for you and it can work against you. So most people, especially when when the Fed chair is going to speak, I wouldn't want to be in the middle of a trade. I want to react to what the market does. You don't want to be in a trade, the Fed makes some announcement, and all of a sudden a trade turns against you. The same is true with an earnings report. Y'all, and ask me how I know. I've done all these dumb things. I'm I try to share and be so transparent with you, you know, because I don't want y'all doing the same dumb things that I did. I had to learn the hard way because nobody was telling me, Sandra, don't do these dumb things. And so I did the dumb things. I promised the goodness I was in a trade one time, and the Fed chair made an announcement. And initially it dropped, but then somehow it recovered. So I made it out with some coins, but still I was on pins and needles. So whenever there is going to be big news or something that has the potential to make the market be volatile, I would rather be reacting. I wouldn't want to be in a trade and hoping that this doesn't affect my trade. So yeah, um if you go to Market Watch, they post the weekly FMOC schedule so that you can know every week when they're going to be meetings. If you go to any of those like Yahoo, Bloomberg, any of the finance websites, they will tell you who has earnings that week. And I would much rather respond to the market than have to react because I'm already in a trade. So Folks, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay, we got a couple more times for that to happen, and then I'm saying good night because it is so aggravating for it to pop in and pop out. Okay, so let me go back and see. It says CB Consumer Report and jobs opening is dropping soon. Yeah, you all, generally what I do, and this is just me, I usually just go and look at that information. And I used to post it weekly on the community tab. So I think I will start to post that again so that you'll know when meetings happen and who does. Is it Earnings Whisperer? I think it's the Earnings Whisperer. They do a beautiful posting every week and they tell you who has earnings this week. If you look on your chart, you'll see it indicated on your chart too. So let me pull that up and then I'll show you what to look for. Let's go here. And so like on my watch list, let me see. That's a dividend. Did you all know? Can you all see the watch list? Let me see. On my watch list or on your watch list, there are these little symbols. They're little circles off to the side, like Palantir, this little blue light bulb. It tells you that that's an earning, that they have earnings coming up on 2/5. It also tells you that it's after market Central Standard Time. That red little dot there tells you the earnings conference call, when it's going to be. So if you have something that's on your watch list, pay attention. Let me move this out the way. I hope you guys can see this. Pay attention to those little symbols there. All those symbols mean something. And if you click on it, it'll tell you. Like for NVIDIA, that blue light bulb tells us that earnings report will be on 2/21. And then there's some news there. The tech giants market concentration echoes.com bubble peak, analysts warn. So, you know, they're giving you the news on NVIDIA. And so pay attention to those markings there. Let's see. Welcome back. Market watch, and I'll check into that. Yep. What's CB? Not sure. Okay. What's following earnings whisperer on IG? Just followed on Facebook since I'm there more. Yes. I love earning whisperers, but their stuff isn't free. Every time I go over there, they're trying to get you to purchase. So I'm not anyway, I just go over and peek, but you can definitely go over to Earnings Whisperer and get all the people who have earnings for the week. And it's good to know. But don't forget, you have it right here on your chart. If it's something that you're watching, you'll know if it's your stock. Okay. So is there anything else? Let me roll back through the questions. I'm rolling back. I'm scrolling back, y'all. Make sure that I didn't miss anything. Okay, their basic information is free. Yeah, their basic stuff. That's, I think everybody kind of does that. They give you, they give you a little taste for free. But if you want the real good, you have to, you have to cough up the cash. And for class, I added 2 more resources. VinBiz, I added that resource back to our list of websites that we can use. And what was the other one? Oh, is it Trading Alpha? Which one is it Alpha, you all? That's so sad, my memory. But I want to say it's Trading Alpha, or somebody drop it in the chat. What is it? It's orange. Anyway, I added it to our Google Classroom. And for the people who are here that are a part of our study session, y'all go in there. I added a couple videos. I also added a couple articles on how to determine if your ETF is overvalued. We want to know, you don't want to just jump into the market and drop all your money in at once. Not wise. That's why we dollar cost average in. But we can also use our chart to see if it's a good time to be getting into the market at all. Maybe we might want to wait for a little bit of a pullback because many stocks are trading at a 52-week high. Do you want to be paying the absolute high, or can you use your chart to kind of determine if maybe a pullback is on the horizon. They are paid services to see politicians trade. So you can see Nancy Pelosi's options trades. Man, if Pelosi starts buying, I start buying. When she bought Nvidia, trust me, I had my eye on Nvidia. I'm like, yeah, because you know they know. You know they know. I'm just saying. I ain't gonna say too much because I don't need nobody over here looking at my little channel talking about we need to censor cancel. Don't be doing nothing over here. We just us chickens over here trying to get in the stock market and become better investors and better traders. That's all this is. I think let me pull up my chart. So let's see. We looked at Nvidia, we looked at Abbott. I do want to look at, oh, this is what I was going to say. So maybe if I pull it down to the weekly chart, like how can your chart help you? Even if you aren't trading, how can your chart help you if you are a long-term investor? Well, we don't try to time the market, but you can certainly look to see where you are in a cycle, if it's in an uptrend or if it's in a downtrend. And you can use that information to take advantage of buying opportunities. That's one way that investors use their chart. Not just traders look at their charts, but investors too. So I'm looking at NVIDIA, although it is in an upward trend. You can see the RSI is very over bought, and you can see from our MACD that it looks like an upward trend. But if you were able to see in your chart that there's a downtrend or maybe a pullback coming, you might want to purchase more at that pullback, or you might want to enter at the pullback, which means, let me see if I can find, let me pull in a little tighter. Let me do the daily chart and see. I want to move at a space where this isn't, and I want to show you what I would call a pullback. Let me see. Um, okay. So can you all see this? No, I need it big. Nope, nope, nope. I want it this way. Can you see where Nvidia was like on an uprise right here? And she's this is days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 12 days. Price is going up. And then you see this where price starts to drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a pullback. That is where the upward trend reverses. And instead of purchasing Nvidia at this price at 471, you could have waited for this pullback and gotten in when it dropped all the way down to 406. So, not just traders look at their charts to figure out a good time to get in the market or to good time to get in a trade, but long-term investors, you can also use your charts. That's why I think it's important to be able to plot, to be able to read and interpret what candlesticks are telling you. Because at this pullback, man, if somebody was really dead set on getting an Nvidia, why pay at the top when you could potentially purchase more of this stock at a lower price? And then what did it do? It shot right back up. And then it did this little pullback thing again. I'm going to take this off of here. Let me just get rid of this drawing so you can see what I'm talking about. So can you all see where it goes up and then it pulls back? It went up and then it pulled back. And then it's going up. Well, what do you think? Is this going to keep going up? Eventually it will pull back. I mean, we don't want to try to time a pullback, but that's the way the market moves. You can see it historically, up, down, up, and then this little dip, up, and this little dip, this little give back, up, and then down, up, down, up, down. It does that. But can you see that the overall trajectory is it's continuing to go up? So that's what we want to get in on. And we don't want to panic when we see that pullback. You don't want to sell during here because you feel like you're losing money. That's no, no, no. We want to stick it out. You want to not look at it every day because you know that it's going to recover. And we're just looking for higher highs. And over time, historically, you'll see that you keep achieving these higher highs. It just goes this way, but it is not a straight line. Not one stock. Let's look at SDHD. Never, you're never going to see a straight line. Okay, I'm going to take these drawings off of here too. I can always replace this stuff. And we're on our daily chart. So again, you can see the way the stock market moves. It's never a straight line up. It's never a straight line down. It just does this thing. And eventually, I want to look at SCHD a little further back. But you can see down, up. Then we get this down, this little pullback here. Then this up, 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 up. And so SCHD has had a hard time getting above $78. I don't think I've seen it above. That's back in February of last year. So it's been kind of trading. It just hits this wall of resistance around $77, $78. So I'm going to be very curious to see. Okay, Marilyn says move the banner. Okay. Okay, so let me go back to what I was saying about SDHD. You all can see it. It hasn't been able to crack above $78 for the last year. So I'm going to be curious to see if it hits that resistance, is it going to pull back? Because it hasn't been able to get above it. Have you seen it? Let's see. The last time that it was above $77 was February 1st. 2023. So almost a year ago, it got up there and it hasn't been there. And so here we are again a year later at $77, 77 bucks. So I'm going to wait. I want to know, is it going to pull back like it did here? Got here, bam, hit the ground. Tried to get up, up. What is it going to do? Because it seems like it responds at that $77 mark. So let me look at it on the hourly chart. And again, those smaller time frames, if we were actually trading this, we would be looking at these smaller time frames. Yeah, not a lot of movement. Let me look at my chart. I just want to move this over a little bit, y'all. So we're down 36 cents today. Yeah, just kind of trading, a little sideways trading, not much movement. Okay, a Facebook group for the students may be more conducive to students interacting. Thanks for the reminder to go into site. A Facebook group for the student. You think so, Bree? A Facebook group? Why do I feel like, Facebook group or Facebook is for older people? Nobody wants to come to Facebook anymore. But you all think, what do you think? You think a Facebook group? Like I need another anything to monitor. I'm not going to tell no story. Hey, Jam. Like I need another anything. I don't know. I want to talk with y'all for a little bit too, because I'm going to be getting out of here in about 15 minutes. Yes, please like, subscribe, share, y'all. Also, I got to tell y'all this too. This is the whole gear switch. Y'all let me know if you think we should do a Facebook group. I don't know. I don't know. I'm in some Facebook groups, y'all. I don't know how interactive. I don't know. Like I need another thing to do. Let me know what y'all think. But I'll be honest with you too, Bree. I like it. It's us. When I open it up, well, we'll see. Let me know what y'all think. We'll see. I've become a boomer. You better believe it, girl. Because if you're talking about coming to Facebook, I'm like, that's where all my girlfriends are. I don't know no young people over on Facebook. Yeah, you didn't cross over. I interact with your Facebook page, but can't post to it. Really? I have to figure out what's going on with that, but ultimately do less. Sister, I would have to give something else up. Y'all, between Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the class, I'm retired. I am seriously retired. And Marilyn reminds me of that all the time, y'all. I'm retired. I think I'm maxed out. I'm telling y'all, I slept like a grizzly bear all day today. That's why I even have energy to be up here tonight fooling with us doing this. Because I slept, when I tell you I slept till 2 o'clock today, it felt so good. And last week I did the same thing. Yep, stress Y'all, that's the first time it ever said like no internet. No internet. I cannot wait for that thing to get here. See, Tim, I'm with you on that. I think a Discord, I'm all about that, where we can consolidate everything into one space. A Discord, that sounds like a winner to me. But another platform, no ma'am. No ma'am. I can't do it. Somebody else will have to man it. But I'm all for, I think we should look into that for real. Like the to have our own Discord to complement our study group, or just to put all that stuff in one place. I'm all about that. I, yeah, man, I had to get some rest. Okay, so y'all, I got about 15 more minutes before I get out of here, because I promise you the thing said no internet. Now it's never said that before. Yep. I think Discords are a good community space too. I do. I want us to be together, y'all. I'm telling you, there's so much power in us doing this together. I know I don't want to do it by myself. That's how we got here. Y'all know I was trading in isolation, and it's nothing worse than trying to learn a new skill all by yourself. You want to talk about easy to become discouraged. That was not, it wasn't conducive. And y'all, somebody out here knows about neurodivergent brains. I know I got a neurodivergent brain. And these teeth, y'all, I cannot wait till I get this out my mouth. Oh, it's like talking with gum on your teeth. Anyway, I like to do what they call body doubling. Like, we don't even have to talk, but having somebody else in the room while I'm doing something that's hard, it makes it so much easier. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the science is behind that, but I don't know if anybody else is like that. It's helpful. I swear you don't have to talk to me. Just being there, and if I can just every now and then be like, girl, what you working on? That is so helpful for me, just working in company and working in community. So I appreciate y'all. Okay, so is there anything y'all want me to look at before we get up out of here tonight? Anything else? Yes, y'all come on, join us. I'm telling y'all, we having fun. The class is gonna start all over again. So if you missed that first 4 weeks, don't fret. I'll start over on February the 8th, and we'll go all the way back to, what is a stock. I'll just repeat that whole 4 week cycle. And so everybody that is already in the a learning community, you really don't have to come that first hour if you don't want to, but you're welcome to. But that first hour, starting February the 8th, will simply be a repeat. The first week will be introduction to, what is a stock, what is an IPO, that kind of stuff. The second week will jump into ETFs. What's an ETF? The third week will be how to evaluate an ETF. And then by the fourth week, we're comparing and using our tools. We're actually, trying to narrow down what you're going to get yourself into. And then hopefully somebody can pull the trigger. But this final week, we will be talking about how to determine if your ETF is overvalued, undervalued. Is this a good time to get into it? I think we have all narrowed down. We know we got some good ones. I put 2 videos in by Dr. G too, and he talks about his method for trying to figure out, or how he does research. And you all, it's the same thing that we do. I triangulate. I go to 4 or 5 different sources. Like, I might go to 5 different sources and say, what are the top 10 best performing ETFs of all time? And then from those 5 sources, I can start to see what keeps popping up over and over and over again. That's basically how I came up with the list. And there is a free list out there, ETFs to consider for 2024. And I get so much crap about QQQ being on that list, because QQQ has the highest expense ratio of all of them on that list. But according to Investopedia and MarketWatch, it's not high. It's higher priced than most, but an ETF expense ratio isn't considered high until it's 0.50. So QQQ trades at its expense ratio is 0.20. That's why it always makes the list. That's why she's always invited to the dance. She's not trying to hear it, but that's okay. I got y'all. What? Did I miss something? I don't know my password, so I might not even get to see that anymore. I'm lost, y'all. That's why I don't like being out of the chat. I want to be in the chat too. No one comes to my Facebook page unless I tell them it's my birthday or my children's birthday. That's what I said, Kathy. I don't think, is Facebook really? I don't know. Everybody's on Instagram. Everybody's on TikTok. Kathy, we're going to have to start TikToking. I just can't do another thing. Talking about teeth, don't mean to get off topic. They look great. I definitely need to, girl, y'all need to come to Thailand. I got my glasses. Y'all want to know how much I paid for the glasses, the exam, everything? $150. That was the exam. And I'm talking about a good exam, y'all, with all the high-tech equipment. Remember when we used to go to the eye doctor and they did that thing where they put the lens in and out, which one's better? Girls, y'all, it's all electronic. The thing comes to your face. They do some reading of your eyeballs. I was like, what in the devil? And he did a couple of those things, but nothing like what it used to be. I know that's so off topic, but y'all, $150 exam, lenses, frames, everything. Got a cute little kit, little cleaning kit, the whole shebangity boodle. And that was, y'all, you can see, can't you see the little tint in them? I got the stuff for your computer screen. I got all of the bells and the whistles for $150. I'm just saying. So yes, put Thailand on your list. If you need some dental work, if you need any LASIK surgery, any of those things, way cheaper, way cheaper, way cheaper, way cheaper. Oh, and I need to share this with you all too, since we only got a few minutes left. And then I'll go back to the chart for our last wrap up. I'm going to be traveling. I'm leaving Thailand on the 21st. I'm headed to Malaysia. And I don't know how long I'll be there. Maybe I'll stay a month. I think I'm going to stay a month. So I'm headed back to the beach. Y'all know I'm not going directly to the beach because I'm not a beach girl, but I'm going to be beach adjacent. I'll be able to walk to the beach. So on the 21st, we usually have class that day. Oh, no, I'll still be able to do class with you all because I do it on the 22nd. So we'll still be able to have class on the 21st because the 21st for you is the 22nd for me. But on my 21st, I'll be traveling. I will be there by the 22nd so that you guys can still have, we can still have our class on the 21st. Hey, Elle. But I will be in the air. So hopefully I can get settled, get my internet stuff all, together. And then we can still have our study session on the 21st. Okay. Then y'all gotta come to Money After Dark. That's our new web series. It happens once a month. And I got to stop and do this for y'all because listen, I know some bad sisters. I do. I got some dope friends. I almost said a bad word. I got some dope friends. So our first Money After Dark is going to be happening on my birthday, February the 15th. And you all, when I tell you the panel is killer, y'all, I'm not sure. She's not on YouTube, but my friend Ashley, she's an attorney. I mean, she's a bad sister. I met her in Mexico. And her specialty is estate planning. She consults with financial institutions. This sister is a killer. So if you have some questions about estate planning, she also works with aging populations, any issues. If you have a parent that is aging and they have some legal concerns about, wealth transfer and all that, y'all better get here. Ashley's going to be on the panel. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tasha of Tasha Journeys. She's a CPA out of Detroit, Michigan. Tasha's going to be on the panel. And my dear friend, Simi. Simi is, oh goodness, she's a global business analyst, something. Anyway, she is a killer. And then we have Allison Thompson. Allison is a licensed financial professional and financial educator. She's going to be on the panel. Y'all, I'm going to have to study and brush up just to sit on the panel with these sisters. So it will be 5 of us. Those 4 ladies will be there fielding your questions. So y'all know it's not your regular run-of-the-mill questions. These are the questions that you might not want to ask your financial advisor. Everybody don't want to tell everybody their business. So you can come on February the 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and these women will be there to field your questions. And when I tell you, we're going to do a little powwow before. So I need y'all to drop some questions. Seriously. Drop your questions, send them to my email, send them to from lack to legacy at gmail.com. If you got questions, it's time to get your questions answered. I'm talking about for free. You're going to have these experts. I know I got some questions. And then I got some stuff I need to get off my chest too. We're going to be talking about all the girl good, like the time when I should have had a prenup, y'all. And I escaped by the hair of my chinny chin chin. That's a real story. I've been married twice, y'all. Everybody knows my story. I've been married twice. And that second time, I came into the marriage with assets. And you know, when you're in love, I was in love. I didn't have a prenup. And on the exit, it got a little dicey. It got dicey on the exit. I'm just going to tell the truth. And everything in me was like, you should have had a prenup. We think you got to have a lot of money for a prenup. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you have assets that you amassed on your own before you hook up, you got something to protect. If you have children, if you have property, if you have a business, you got some work that you need to do before you go marching down the aisle saying hello and how you doing and attaching yourself to somebody. When I tell you by the grace of God, it ended well, but it could have gotten ugly. That's a whole nother story for February the 15th. So if you have some questions, some personal things, you can do it anonymously too. I don't mind putting my business out in the street. At this age, y'all, I ain't got nothing to hide. But if you don't want to have your question addressed, with your name attached to it, send it to me. Send it to me in an email. Or if you want, you can drop it in the chat somewhere. You can drop your question on the community tab. I'll be soliciting questions there too. And all of the panelists, go check out Tasha from Tasha Journeys. Themi is Black Women Build Wealth. That's Themi. And Allison, I'm not sure that she has a YouTube channel, but she's Asset Maven on IG. And I have to get Ashley's social media contact. I know she's on Facebook. I'm not sure what her other social media contact or her handles are, but I will have those for you. So you all stay tuned. We're doing some big stuff over here. I'm telling y'all. So if you got questions, drop them. And yep, see, Tim, we're gonna be sharing wisdom, dropping gems, girl. Because I don't want anybody. When I tell y'all, I almost blacked out. Okay, so we got 3 minutes. I can tell y'all what happened. Listen, I was driving home. We was in the middle of this. We were separated. We were getting a divorce, y'all. Anyway, so I'm driving home, minding my business, and I want to be respectful because my ex is no longer with us. But at any rate, he called me from a whole nother state, and I was just dragging my feet. I wasn't trying to sign the papers. Anyway, I can tell my whole story. So I'm driving and he calls me and I pick up the phone, whatever. And he says, well, I'm entitled. I think it was that word that sent my head spinning. I'm entitled to a portion of your pension and a portion of the house. I said, well, do Jesus. When I tell y'all, I swear to goodness, I think I blacked out. I had to pull my car over and put my car in park and take a deep breath because I was like, and the things that flowed out of my mouth and out of my body I can't even tell you. I promise you, I think I blacked out because I was like, you have got to be out your cotton picking mind. If you think I work for that house. Yes, he sure did say that. See, Tim, I promise you, I blacked out. I know I did. Because when I came to, I had a headache. But what it was all in that moment, it rushed into me that, oh my God, you put your stuff at risk. You put all your hard work, you put everything at risk. And it wasn't just for me, it was about my children. It was, that was everything that we worked for so many Y'all are so patient and so kind, so patient and so kind. Let me wrap this up. So, at any rate, but thank God I have family and friends that love me. My cousin, who's been married for a lifetime, am I back, Marilyn? I think I'm back. My cousin who's been married for a lifetime, she chimed in. She's like, "Girl, he is just jerking your chain. He knows exactly what to say to get you upset. He knows exactly what to say to get you to sign those papers. He knows." And in fact, that's what it was. Okay, thank God we're back. Because, everything ended amicably. However, I would tell anybody, any woman, I don't care what age you are, if you have assets, if you have children, if and you're considering getting married or remarried, a prenup is not, I've heard people say it's almost like you're planning for the end. I don't see it that way. And maybe before that incident I might have shared that view, but certainly not after and during, because it's all fun and games and it's all lovey-dovey when everybody's in love. And if you've never been divorced, I pray you never have to get a divorce, but I have. And emotions are involved, and it gets murky, it gets dicey, and feelings are hurt. And people say and do things that they wouldn't normally do. They act out of character. A prenup helps you through all of that foolishness. You already say, in the event that this thing doesn't work out the way we hope and pray that it does, that here's some things we already agreed to work out, so that when you're emotional, when somebody's angry, when somebody's hurt, you aren't trying to sort through those kinds of issues. I know now. I know now. And I would tell my daughter, nobody enters a marriage thinking it's going to end. But you all, what is it, 50%? More than 50% of marriages end in divorce. It's sad, but it's a fact. And you don't want to be like me driving. I swear to God, I had to pull up. I thought I blacked out. I was like, Lord Jesus. And I'll tell y'all this. I was like, you know what? By the time you get to it, son, it won't be nothing but a pile of rubble. It won't be nothing left but bricks and dust. Because there was no way I could see it. I had been in that house almost 20 years. No, 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 no. It was 15 years, somewhere between 15 and 17 years. I had acquired it on my own. Man, that was a come talk with us. Come talk with the ladies, because they're single moms. Some of us have been married and divorced. Some of the ladies on the panel, one of the ladies has never been married. So we're everywhere, single, married, divorced, with children, without children. So if you don't think that there's somebody who can relate to your situation, we got her. We got a sister on that panel that can relate to where you are and what you might be going through. And there's no question that you should be ashamed to ask. Y'all see, I share all my stuff. I don't have any shame anymore. I don't live in that shame space anymore. I'm a human being having a human experience. And all of us are. We're all humans having human experiences. So it's not for young women. This panel is not for old women. It's for women, period. And guys can come to it. We don't care if y'all got some questions. But that panel on the 15th, these are my good friends. These are people that I handpicked. I'm telling you. And the following month, we got some more bangers for March. I'm already pulling together the panel for March. So if you are in any way a financial professional, if you have something to lend to the conversation and you want to be a co-host in the months to come, send me an email. Let me know. And we'll see about where we can fit you in on the panel. So the panel for February is set. March is pretty much set too. I think we may have one person I haven't confirmed, but the March panel is set. I'm talking about my friend Terry. She's in PV. Oh my God, they just built a beautiful multi-unit building. She's a financial whiz as well, in PV. So they're into investment property. So if you have a question, y'all know what to do. Give me your questions. Let us work on it and see if we can help you guys. So on that note, y'all, I'm out of here because this thing is about to go out anyway. I can see it. I only got, okay, what's the question, Marilyn? Okay, I love the aunties and grandmas now. Wait a minute, what's the question? Oh, where do you send your money after dark questions? You can send them to me at fromlack to legacy@gmail.com. You can drop them anywhere on the community tab there. I'll post it again, asking or soliciting your questions. But for sure, send it to me at fromlacktolegacy@gmail.com. And I'll be more than happy to put your question before the panel. If you want to remain anonymous, just say, I want to remain anonymous, and then we won't attach your name to the question. Yep. Marilyn, did I get it all? Did we get it all in today, sister? Chanel says, I love the aunties and grandmas now are putting ladies up on game. Are you kidding me? I got a daughter out here in the shark infested waters. I want to make sure that you all don't make the same mistakes that we made, even not even mistakes, but learn from our life experiences. What good is it for me to take it with me? I learned it, y'all. I had to go through it. You don't have to go through it. You really don't. And so on that note, y'all, I'm out of here. I'm going to bed. It's 10:30. It's almost 10:40. All right, folks, I will see y'all. I'll try to do another live on Thursday. So I'm trying to stick to the Tuesday, Thursday schedule, but like, subscribe, share, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Bye, folks.